account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hanging and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie up. The big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check and took off.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. This fielded at the 2. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Now, this is going to put them back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Don't make the play. And accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can. And it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It's a 4-yard pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Bell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
21. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many.
And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now Wilson on second down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally, you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Now Bell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 14-0. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. On second down, Wilson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
12.
Garoppolo now. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Garoppolo now on third and goal. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced him to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Wilson now looking to throw on second down. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session and be saying, hey, run that one back, Coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more times.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now Wilson operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Garoppolo in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Parker the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Garoppolo looks to throw. His throw incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And a gain there of 11 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So throws Garoppolo, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st down, Garoppolo goes underneath for Bell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
And that was a nice play. He knocked it away, but obviously you want the interception in this situation. You want to take away any chance that they have any decision to make on fourth down. But things happen so quickly in the end zone in this compressed area of the field that you're just happy to knock it away and not allow a touchdown.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Tempo.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That good for 19 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. My good friend Charles and I right back at you after this. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And an alley to run. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. And the Seahawks on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3 points?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10. Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Garoppolo on 1st down. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Now, before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The Seahawks on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, it's Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The Niners on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Garoppolo now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They go play action here on 1st down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. A give to Bell. Bell a 1st down and then some. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Bang out, bam. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Buddy. Right, green 80. Hey, alert.
On second down, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Room here. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. And they finally get him down, but not before he gets it up to the 46. It's a big run that time by Bell. 43 yards on the ground. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. This is Bell on the dump off. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
And that was a nice catch, and if the goal was to get into field goal range, it certainly appears that they accomplished that.
Well, and sometimes that's what you dial up in these situations, right, when you want 3?
Well, if the goal was to get into field goal territory, even though it'll be a long attempt, I think they accomplished that.
And sometimes you have plays for that. It's not always a 1st down when you want 3, get a little bit closer, make it an easier shot.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to concede to the defense, and they know what you're trying to get done, and to try and get any more than that is almost folly. Take what you can get, maybe have an opportunity to put 3 points on the board.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Hang out, man.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Jaron Reed with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Lucas, team! Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Big jumbo! Right, easy! Check 51! Check 51!
From the shotgun, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the second pick thrown here in the third quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. But that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They give him a gain of 37. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from a yard out. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Niners. Prater for the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Reuben Foster, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Eric Armstead in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Hey, we got 4 now. Come on, Matt, come on, Matt. Check 9.
From the gun, Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Hey, over here, over here. Easy, 4 down, easy.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Going up top. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. Well, on fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They'll go again with Bell. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. The give is to Bell. Open space inside the 10, and all the way down to the 5. That good for 19 and a first down. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And they take a knee. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can.
We want back ends. Wipe my sins. No new friends. Football fans. They sleep again. We wake them up.